Sandy's engine is home. Ooh, what it is, tater tots. And welcome back to the chop shop. And like I just said, we got Sandy's engine back. And before I get going on this, I've actually recorded this like 3 times and I just keep rambling and stop. I'm not gonna ramble. I took this to Kaylee's machine shop in South Bend, Indiana to have my work done. This is not a paid advertisement. I paid 100% full price. I just like to give little mom and pop shops and companies that give or do good work and have fair prices shout outs and love. Again, Kaylee Machine Shop, South Bend, Indiana. I'm in Sturgis, Michigan. There's machine shops kind of all around me. That's still where I go. It's an hour drive. It's my now 3rd time being there. They've done intake manifold on the Lightning. They did bigger valves and hogged out the heads in my 4th rebuild from forever ago that I sold and never finished. And they've now worked on my 302, actually 306 for Sandy. And while I was there, I talked them into giving me just a real quick tour of the shop. And it is just a real quick, like 3-minute tour. So check that out real quick. And you're live.
This is our cleaning area. We got a shop blaster and a thermal cooker and a big washing machine here.
Oh man, it's heaven in here, isn't it?
Yeah, this is our line boring machine. And behind we got a run-in stand. We try to run all the motors that we build.
Just do all your break-ins for your old solid cams and whatnot.
Correct.
Right on, right on. What's that run by chance? Because if I end up being in town long enough, you might end up seeing my complete engine in here.
She does all the pricing. I think it's around 3.
Okay, right on, right on.
And this is our Bridgeport crankshaft balancing machine.
How old is this thing? This thing is cool.
Bridgeport's old. The balancer is maybe 10 or 12 years old. This is bolts on and it's hooked up to a PC here that does all the brain things, you know.
That's cool.
There's our little crank grinder. We got a lathe over there. We got a big boring machine over here. We don't use this a lot, so it's right now it's a storage shelf.
Well, it looks like you guys have got quite the surplus of fun parts around here.
Right. Here's our cylinder head mill. We do exhaust manifolds in here and intake manifolds, whatever we can figure out how to bolt in there, we can resurface it.
Right on.
This is our seat and guide machine. We cut all the seats with carbide cutters. It's got 3 angled, well that one got 1 angle, but they got 3 angles built into the cutters. So everything we do gets a 3 angle cut.
A nice 3 angle valve job.
Right.
That's another thing you'll probably see of me if I end up being around town long enough is my heads are going to need some new valves. And
Nice. That's our valve refacer there. That's a cylinder head pressure tester where we can determine if aluminum head's got cracks.
oh, okay. Very cool.
And that's our line honing machine. And this is our CK10 cylinder hone.
Right on. Very cool. And those are just all your torque plates over there. Isn't that what those
A
are?
bunch of torque plates.
Very cool.
This is the drive shaft area. This is submerged arc welders.
Oh, you guys do drive shafts here too?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's good to know.
And then on the other side is our drive shaft balancing machine.
Right on. And you guys pretty much do anything from like mud trucks to 4-cylinder, just standard rebuilds and
staying away from the big diesel rebuilds right now just because we're so busy with everything else. We just don't have time for do extra
okay.
stuff like that.
So primarily gas is all you're really. I mean, you do a little bit of everything, but you're kind of sticking with the gas right now. And you guys do some pretty like high horsepower stuff here. Or?
Oh yeah.
Right on. Hell yeah. Right on. Well, I appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. It's just something real cool. You know, just some old hot rodders, just kind of parts clutter all over. You guys probably think it's unorganized. I think it's cool. But these guys do really, really, really good work. Let's dig at the top of the pile instead of the bottom. But it's just my caps that cleaned it for me. I had it dropped off just to make sure that everything was still in spec. This engine was rebuilt way back when in my own way again. What we got here? St. Louis, Missouri. 40 over, 10 over on the main bearings, as well as the rod bearings, or under, however you say that. But just had them clean everything up real quick, just recross hatch everything real quick, and polish the crank. Everything is completely still within spec. I am not a rich man, but I'm hoping here within the next couple weeks to get my flat top pistons ordered. If you can see, there's a little dome in here. They will no longer have a dome. They will have valve reliefs, but no dome. That will bump the compression of the engine up just a little bit. Nothing crazy, but that's what's gonna go in there. But I needed to know if that was still in spec so that I could order the correct piston and ring. So I now know which bearing, piston, ring package I can order. So this thing is actually a 306, not a 302. We'll have a little bit more compression. And you know, we're still keeping the old 289, 302 old firing order. Just a little bit of a lopey cam in it. You know, nothing crazy. My heads are likely gonna go to the same machine shop if we were still local. Like I said, they're gonna do my pistons for me. And now that I know they have like a little engine stand, I might let them break in my cam for me. 'Cause I'm gonna be honest, I've never done that. I'm a bit nervous about breaking in the cam by myself for the first time. But believe it or not, this is not what we're working on. I gotta make sure this is all packaged up nice and clean, because as you know, it gets grody in here. And look at that. Oh man. We are working on the F1 Honda though. Probably gonna end up doing some more choppy chop. Doing a little bit more roof work here. I got my first real quick filler glaze on there, and I just got a little bit more knocking down to do on that. Skimp coat, that's done. Jump onto the other side and do the top. Might see if I can convince my wife to come out here and maybe help me knock that roof out real quick. So, fun fact that I just learned, applying Bondo and sanding Bondo is like nails on a chalkboard to the wife. So she is not going to partake in the sanding, and I don't blame her anyways. That work sucks. But actually, you had to do a little bit of something on the lightning. I did. In a pinch, don't make fun of me. I did this to get it home from a used-to-be friend's house, and it acquired a leak, and then leaked right onto the serpentine system, and then you splattered it all over, which was super cool. So I replaced the line, fired it up, and then I was trying to figure out why the fan wasn't kicking on. And right as I realized the engine was getting nice and toasty, I didn't take in consideration that because of the hose leak, the water level was down, or the coolant level was down, and probably an amateur mistake on my behalf. In hindsight, I should probably go further down, but the little metal device that picks up the temperature in my radiator is actually, I believe, pretty high on the top, and the level had gotten down, wasn't picking up the temperature, fan didn't kick on, aided in the engine getting warm. It didn't overheat, but it was getting warm. But this thing is probably going to be on the channel, I don't know, probably as soon as I get Sandy running. We get this out of here, we're going to get this back in. But this thing actually sounds really, really good if you've not heard it. So I'm gonna throw this on the tripod real quick. Try and get her temp dialed in a little bit here. See, she's a little on the low side right there. And I got this little makeshift thing. Plus this guy over to the left. I can or not. Here, kick on. So that's its lowest temp. And there it kicked off. So basically I can just kind of watch the temp gauge inside. Sitting in the driveway, that's normally about as warm as she gets, to be honest. With the, let me get this thing here shut off. With this thing having the electric water pump, which it doesn't need, overkill for what this is, and an electric fan, this thing actually can struggle to get warm. It's gonna end up getting a mechanical water pump put back on it. The electric fan is just fine, but I'd like to be able to drive this thing a lot more, and we were gonna I wanted to like drag race this truck and go ham with it. The wife kind of wanted to leave it primarily stock. We ended up kind of meeting somewhere halfway in the middle, and being honest anymore, I'm kind of more along the lines of what my wife thinks on this one, believe it or not, is, you know, just got some basic performance bolt-ons and stuff. This truck definitely needs some love. It's seen some things. It's a very pretty truck and it's very solid, but it does need some love. But yeah, I'm gonna put a mechanical fuel pump on here. There's just all kinds of little odds and ends that need buttoned up on it, because I had to hurry up and get this thing home from, like I said, a used-to-be friend's house, and it had gotten moved twice while it was tore apart. So, yeah, but back to this. Where I'm at, an old Sandy here. So I've actually not made that much progress because I've been super busy at work and home life and chaos. And if you can't see, back there, the Galaxie that I've now sold twice, spent hundreds of my own dollars, driven 3 hours, is still sitting here. But man, I'm about ready to sling some paint. Well, I could be able to sling some paint over on this side. I've got just a couple little small spots I want to hit. I'm going to seal all this up, start working my way that way. I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to strip all this. I think I might try and just feather all this out, and like I said, potentially a scallop or some lace and or both and or neither, and or maybe I'll cut the top of it. I'm not cutting the top off it. I'm not making much of a cut. Yeah, guys, sorry for jumping around a little bit on this episode and dropping on the wrong day again. And thank you though. Did we just hit 314 subscribers today? Like, I struggled real hard to get to 100, and then when I hit 100, I struggled forever to get to 150, and then boom, 200, then boom, 300. I don't know if you guys are helping spread the word, or if you're sharing, or if, I don't know, but thank you. What is up? Cheers. Thank you guys for swinging by. I know I kind of just lied in previous video and said I was gonna work on this, but life happens. My apologies. But I'll be back next week on a day for a video drop. In the comment section, let me know what day you would prefer a video drop. There's so many YouTubers, there's so many people dropping days on specific times, dropping videos on specific days and times. Maybe I could drop on a day where your feed isn't as full. Maybe I can fill the empty spot in your heart. Let me know what day you think I should drop. But that's it for right now, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We got the engine, we got the F100, working on the lightning. Success. Deuces.